Good morning everyone, it's Rosetta. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to show you a little tutorial craft with me. I haven't done a prototype. I was getting dressed this morning and I was putting on a new bra and I needed a bra extender. Gained a little bit of weight and that's what happens, you know. And I thought, and I was going to throw this packaging away. And I thought, I was a bit rough with opening the packaging, thinking that I wasn't going to use it. And then I thought, hold on, I might use this packaging. So I thought, what am I going to do with this packaging? What can I use? And I thought I'd maybe make a little, I love like specimen things. I always put, make specimen. I made these out of little dried hydrangeas, but I love this sort of stuff. So I thought, okay, I can use this. So all I really need to do, I think it's going to be quick anyway. So I just need to put some backing paper on here, and then I might put some maybe coffee dyed paper on the back, and put a little specimen here, being either a flower or butterfly or something in here. I'll have a look through my things that I have. So how about we get started? Firstly, I thought I'd use some of my masterboard. I use these plastic A3 plastic display folders to hold my masterboards in. And I find it really useful to hold them in there. So once I cut one up, I just leave the remnants in here as well. So I think we'll just use this one because it's got a lot of different colours and markings on it. So where do I want this? Maybe here. Maybe just here. I might just cut that out and then stick that on the front, and we'll start with that. Let's cut it. I'll just get my cutter. Now if you hear me moaning and groaning, I'm so sorry. This morning a couple of days ago I was working in the garden, and I was actually not working in the garden. I was doing some wanted to get our pool area ready for summer, and the weather's starting. We had 2 days of warmer weather, about 23 degrees with sun. It was fantastic, and I thought I'd get the gurney out. Anyone who doesn't know what a gurney is, this is like a high pressure water sort of hose thing, and I wanted to do the tiles around the pool, and so I was doing that. And it took me about an hour, but I think the movement of doing that, I went to pick up the gurney to move it, and I did my, I pulled a muscle around my ribs. Now, if anyone's had that injury, a muscle around your ribs, it is excruciating, and basically you can't breathe. Oh God, sorry, I just moved in a different way. Basically you can't breathe because your muscles just tighten around your ribs, and once you breathe your diaphragm goes up. It's like elastic band. You're just pulling the elastic band and it just wants to close again. So this morning, shocking, I woke up and I felt okay. I just did some sort of stretches and stuff, but then I was just getting my daughter, just making her something just to get her ready for school, and I just came downstairs and I could not move. I couldn't breathe. I was in panic mode pretty much. It was shocking. It was so devastating. It was so scary too. And my chiropractor at the moment is away until next week. And I could usually just call him and he'd fit me in, but he was away. So I had to find another chiropractor in the area that will take me as like an emergency, because honestly I couldn't breathe properly. I couldn't take a deep breath in. just had to do shallow breaths, so I thought I was going to pass out. And I found one, and she was fantastic, and she heard the panic in my voice and said, yep, I'll squeeze you in. So she squeezed me in, and she did some work on me, which is fantastic. So if you hear me sort of squints in pain, like just yell out, it's because I've moved a little bit. I've sort of twisted to grab something, and it's affected me. So I've cut that out now. I've cut it a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut around that anyway, and I just want to attach that onto this. And I suppose I could just not even use that at all, but you know, I want to use the packaging. So so if you had these around, and without the backing, you can basically create your own backing. And here there's the paper that's come off there is still on there, but I actually don't mind that. I think it makes it look a little bit more distressed. I quite like it. So I'm just going to glue this on, and I might, I'm going to use that, but I'm also going to use, sorry about reaching over, I'm going to use glue stick as well as my 3-in-1, just so it gives it a nice sticking down. So I hope everyone's well, doing better than I am at the moment. Anyway, I am doing a little bit better, but I hope everyone is well. The weather here is it's cold again today. It's crazy. It's actually really cold. My hands are so cold. I mean, we're in the middle of spring, and it's just, this weather is just, and it gets you down. It really does. So I'm just waiting for the warmer weather just to kick in. I suppose I could bring that all the way to the edge. Then I don't have to worry about cutting it. Yep. All right. And I forgot to use that, but that's okay. It looks like that. It's paper on paper, so it should be fine. That glue stick is going to stick it down. So that should be fine. I'll just cut around the edges. Yes, I hope everyone is well. And the weather where you are is pleasant. It's not raining here, I don't think, today. I haven't really looked outside, but I think it is actually showers. There's showers today. It's just so cold, especially when you're in pain. When it's cold, it just seems to be a little bit, just to be worse. Okay, I'm going to put some glue around that because it seems to be lifting a little bit. Okay, get those off. So I'm going to use this, my 3-in-1. In some areas. Apologies for the light again. It's dark, there's no sun out, and this is the light that I have. I have my O-ring on. If I put the actual lights for the room on, they're down lights, and you'll get a reflection, so I don't want to have that. Okay. All right, I'm going to round the corners. Well, that's not a very good one because it's too thick. Let me see if I can grab my other corner rounder. Okay, let's try this one. Not going to work either. Oh, not having a good time here. Okay, how about I just cut the corners? Okay. I'm just going to get my cutter and just fix that. Okay. I think it's because it's packaging and also, and my masterboard has that little bit of thickness. But you can also just use scrapbooking paper, a nice design that you like. You could also use that, so you don't have to use something as thick. But that's nice. Okay, you don't even have to round the corners. What I might do is actually just slice the corners. A few little. Okay, I like that. That's good. I'll just ink the edges. Yeah, so I hope everyone is well and crafting. Let me know what you're up to, what your current project is. I know people are working on their Christmas journals. I don't do Christmas journals, I never have. Or Halloween journals as well. I don't know why, but okay. So you could actually do this upwards, depending on what you have to put in the middle, upwards or sidewards. Now I don't know if I should. I might actually just spray this with a little bit of my coffee spray, and see what that does, because I want it to look a little bit vintagey. So I'm just going to spray. I don't know if that's going to turn out, but you never know. This is just my coffee spray bottle. Just going to shake around. Just get a tissue and clean up. Like, this is plastic, which is good. Good clean up, easy clean up. Okay. All right, I'm not sure if you can see that, but I've put a little bit of I'll put a little bit of coffee stain on that, so it just gives that little bit of, but even though this has got coffee stain, just gives maybe a little bit of vintageness. I'm just going to, there's some bubbles, but I think that'll dry. I'll just wait until this is dry for a moment. Okay, while that's drying, now I'm just going to back this with some coffee dye paper. There you go, easily done. And I could just use the glue stick again, but what I'll do, just on the edges, I'll use this. And then some glue stick. See how that goes. I don't know if anyone's seen the Halloween movie, Halloween Ends. I saw it with my daughter and I actually quite liked it. There's mixed reviews. I think there's a lot more negative reviews than positive. And I can't understand that because I actually liked it. They went a totally different route to the normal movies. But I didn't mind it at all. I actually liked it. So if you like the Halloween movies, then I can recommend you go see it. Now this is, don't know why it's lifted there. No, okay. All right, just leave it. Let's cut this. Okay, just ink edges. All right, so we've got our base. This is dried, which is great. Now I've just got to find something to put in there. Just under there. Okay, I've got my cutouts. I could also do a plant, green, but I think my plants are going to be, my little leaves are going to be too large for, yep, too large. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use those. Alright, let's have a look at what we got. What else do we have? There we go. Vellum. Here we go. Let's try this one. Okay. Oh, this is nice because it's got the green, and it'll play with that green from. Yeah, it's nice, I like that, but let me just check and see if there's if I've got anything in here that may suit as well. These are just my various, mushroom, doesn't fit. Various Tim Holtz and AliExpress, all different little die cuts. No, it's too small. Too small. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to make this longer than it should be, or than it needs to be. Aren't you? It's a bit thin, but okay, this guy. Just take a couple of them out just to see what they look like, and we'll do a bit of auditioning. Okay. All right. I might get rid of this. It's just confusing. Okay. Now I tried that one. This one's probably way too big. Let's just have a look. No, too big. Now I'm not going to stick it onto here. I'm going to, I don't know what's happened with that coffee dye. It hasn't really worked. You could use some alcohol ink, or I wonder if I use some Distress Oxide. I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to spray with water. Let's see what happens with that. Well, that actually looks all right like that. Let's see. I might spray with a little bit of water. My water spray. Just here. Just to activate it. I think it's too much, so I'm just going to take some of that off and just leave a little on. Yeah, all right, that's good. So I didn't need a lot, I just want a little bit. Just going to dry that up again, sorry, won't be a sec. Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, that one's nice too. I like that. Oh, I like that one too. This one is probably a little bit too big. Oh, that one's nice as well. What do you think, guys? This has got a little bit of blue though, or purple, and I don't really have purple, but it still goes quite well. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I like this one. I might just ink it around because I don't like that white border. Just ink a little bit around. Okay, I don't want to do a whole lot. Alright, let's try that. I like that. We can go with that. I'm just going to go with it and make a decision. Okay, so we'll go with that. So I'm going to stick this down first, and then stick this down. Okay. Got to get some more. I've got to get the bottles that are really got that pin. The pin head on it, like it's got a needle tip. Really got to get those. We had a $2 store. We call it a $2 shop. It's like a Hot Dollar, I think it's called. But it's like a $2 shop. Things are usually $2 or more. And it's closed down. We had 2 closed down in a short period of time, and it's crazy because I really like those places. You could just go in and pop in and pick up some supplies that you needed without too much fuss. All right, I like that. I'm going to stick this down, and then maybe I can put a label on it. So it's a nice quick project, and just using this recycled stuff. I'm sure people have done this. I just was looking at it. I used the the item, I'll say the item, in that came in the packaging, and I'm using the packaging. No waste, waste not, want not, like they say. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, just wipe off any excess. All right, that's cool. All right, so I've got a few of these tag punch things. This one's a little bit bigger. This one's just a like a slot, and I don't think that'll actually work with that. Oh, it might. No, I might just use this one. And this one here from We Are Memory Keepers is pretty much the same as this. I got this, I think, from Amazon. So you just look up shopping tag punch. If I find the link to where I actually purchased it, I'll link it below. This one I think I got from Amazon as well. Not sure why I got both of them, but this opens and you can see the shape of the tag there. And I think they're very much similar, so I don't know why I've got two, but I have. So I'm just going to punch the hole and just in the middle. Okay, and I will just distress around there a little bit. Okay, that's good. And I might just get a label and see if any of my labels will go. I could use a green label or a brown label. There's a lot of green happening, but I really like the green. I could put one up here. Yep, I like that one. Just cut around. Hear the tick tock of my clock. I actually find that sound very soothing of a clock in the background. Very relaxing. It's nice and quiet. It's nice and relaxing. Just ink around that a little bit. And I find I don't have to put a lot of ink on these. It holds a lot of ink, and I don't like it to be heavily inked around. I'm going to put that there. I like that. Okay, I really like that. I think that turned out lovely. Just from some packing material. I think that looks really cute. And this doesn't have to go in your journal. It could actually go on top of your journal, not this one obviously, but this could sort of sit outside a journal as part of your cover, which was really lovely. And you could also do it as like a flap to have it come, you know, out, or just stick it on. And I think that looks lovely even stuck on like that. It's just something different. And oh, sorry, oops. Okay, so yeah, it's just something different. So that's it, nice and quick and easy. It's just got coffee dyed paper on the back, and just I used my masterboard on the front just for the different elements of colours and things. That's why I used it, but you could certainly use just scrapbook paper and stamp on it, or you know, detailed, even Tim Holtz. I like Tim Holtz because it's got, you know, it's usually busier, but I like it to be a busier background paper. It just, I think, gives it a little bit more depth. So I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Nice quick tutorial, and yeah, another one to add another one to the books of projects. So I hope you have a wonderful day. You take care, guys. I really enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Okay, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.